Have you ever been spaghettified? Semolina. You've taken in the vast culture of the Mediterranean by becoming the wheat of the fields. Parmigiano Reggiano. Italy is all around you. Within you. Death match! Death match! You're at the papal audience. Super Mario. The Pope is listening to Megalovania. Tifa Lava. Who's smiling? Is that a black hole? You've passed the event horizon. Light can no longer escape. This is a video about Duel Links. Dark Hole is a normal spell with a very normal effect. Destroy all monsters on the field. It just arrived in Duel Links, joining the esteemed league of cards that do nothing going first. Considering just how easy it has become to OTK in this game, some folks are concerned with the card's impact, in the same way Hey Trunade has warped other metagames. Who exactly? That's a good question. I'll tell you later. But don't you worry, I'll put those fears to rest. There's quite a few ways to interact or respond to Dark Hole beyond becoming Italian. I'm Extra Shoddy, and today I want to describe a few ways you might build your deck to play and respect the presence of Dark Hole. We're not just gonna brush up on card theory, we're going to polish it until it sparkles. Spells and traps aren't affected by Dark Hole. You know, unless they are. This is the most straightforward way to play around Dark Hole, and it's probably the least surprising. These can include reactive cards like Book of Moon, protection like Forbidden Lance, or recovery like Back to the Front. The best of these wear quite a few hats at once, some egregiously so. A handful of archetypes summon their best monsters with their back row. Both Buster Blader and Infernoids develop weak board presence on their own turns, only to bring out their real threats the following. You might not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like. Another method of dealing with mass destruction is nesting your resources. Cards like Beatrice and Stellar Knight Triver are rarely phased by being destroyed, and in the case of the former, can stack multiple effects upon dying. Nested resources matter in particular for the Tellar Knight game plan, as their counter trap requires board presence to activate. How fitting that Celestial Bodies know how to deal with getting Celestial Bodied. Mech Knights apply a different philosophy to this approach, with Purple Nightfall going out for cigarettes, and a Morning Star searching one of their best tools. World Legacy Secret provides the Mech Knight necessary to apply its own effect. So even if your board gets cleaned, you'll have the board presence to disrupt your opponent's play. Board presence itself is the Mech Knight game plan, so cards that can replenish and protect it that belong to this archetype are particularly strong. We've talked a bit about dealing with Dark Hole, now let's switch gears and talk about being a dealer. Symmetric effects can become much stronger than their one-sided counterparts because there tends to be at least one way to abuse them. Quite a few archetypes have cards designed to benefit from destruction, some of which became very impressive searchers. Archetypes like Dinos and Yang Zing can strongly benefit from self-applied destruction. This can even act as a playstarter, letting you access key cards from your deck, like Jiao-Tu and Soul-Eating Oviraptor. One day.
One dreams of chronic and sustained cruelty.
To sum up my points, we're going to use Hazy Flame in a few scenarios with Dark Hole. Remember, if all monsters, all the time, can play against Dark Hole, whatever you're running can work it out too. We're going to use the standard Hazy starter, which can be done with any combination of the following cards. Peryton summons 2 Hazy monsters, Sphinx summons another, and from here you're able to make Beatrice and follow up immediately with the Blazing Mars. If your opponent activates Dark Hole, you can send Stegocyber from your deck to the graveyard with Beatrice's remaining Xyz material. Once Dark Hole resolves, we'll have one summon from Beatrice, one search from Serb, battle protection from Stegocyber, and enough materials in our graveyard for another Mars summon. There are alternate combo lines that can maintain disruption through a Dark Hole, but those require some very normal deck building. I don't know if Dark Hole will be a format warping or even format relevant card. Duel Links is too weird a game to say any of that for certain. What I do think is that there are archetypes and playstyles that can make good use of it. That's reason enough to know how to accommodate it. In the end, it's just part of the natural growth of Duel Links, which is frustrating, but also worth appreciating. I hope you got something good from this video. If you liked the video, consider subscribing. It would mean the world to me. Tune in next time.